I'm Dixon, New Zealand Fishing News, and I'm here today in Kowal. We've been putting through Josh Darby's new 570 Kingfisher Powercat. Josh is one of our contributors and a very keen topwater angler, very familiar with trailer boat. Josh, can you tell us a little bit about why you've gone to a cat as opposed to a mono?
Yeah, so owned a few boats, as you know, over the years, Grant, and I'm really into my soft baiting and lure fishing and topwater fishing. And so I've always liked centre consoles, just for that ability. Yes, you sacrifice a little bit in terms of protection from the elements or a little cuddy cabin, but what you gain is a huge amount of fishing space. And I guess the next step for me going to a cat is just the stability and some extra internal volume. And in particular with the 570 I've got this, as you've just seen, a huge casting platform up the front.
Exactly. What are some of the features that you've, from a bulk standard boat, that you've added to this one to make it a really top-notch sport fishing boat? Sure,
so you'll see there that I've got some custom bow rails put up, and that just means that if I'm out at places like the Mokes or Barrier in the far north, there's a bit of surge and I'm wanting to wash fish either with soft baiting or if we're doing some topwater fishing, I've got something to brace into, so it just provides a bit of security up there for casting up on the platform. We've put in rod holders all up the front there, so we can kind of leave rods up there or drop them, and they'll be nice and safe there. We've put rod holders down the side, so I really like having rods out of the way. And the beauty of this boat with the raised casting platform is, yes, I've got the rod holder storage there for dry rod holder storage, both with the rocket and the side storage. But when I'm up on that front casting platform, I'm clear of that. There's no T-top above me, so I've got clear casting space. So it's kind of the best of both worlds for me.
One of the things that's impressed me when you showed me around the boat, Josh, is there's a heap of dry storage in it.
Yeah, so we've got some dry storage up the front, under that casting platform. Rather than having the seats in the back, I just made that transom area a bit extended and created some dry storage there. Also means I can fish right up to it now. And we've got some good storage for the tackle bags under the seat there as well, which is great.
And there's a few creature comforts, isn't there, with the seating and also
yes,
the decking.
Yeah, we've got the U-deck and it's it's comfortable, mate. We've got it throughout the whole boat, so it's there to brace into on the sides and also underfoot. It's really nice. Yeah, so we've got the new 150 Yamaha, where it's got its integrated steering, and I was saying to you, I mean, I've had pretty basic boats to some degree up until now, so just the little things like having the push to start, the steering as it is, so responsive, great engine to have on the back and powering us along.
The ride's quite different, isn't it, with a cat from a mono hull? Tell us a little bit about coming to terms with that.
Yeah, so I guess you've got the dual hull, so it doesn't sit as true in the water or drive as true in the water as a mono hull. And I kind of knew that going into it. I was happy to have a little bit of a sacrifice for what I get at rest, which is that stability and internal volume. But actually, as I've got used to it, and as you probably saw out there when I was doing a bit of driving, and with the steering wheel that actually Sam put me into with the knob, drives really nicely. You just get used to it. You get used to how it steers, and you can kind of make the corrections as you go along. So yeah, it's all good for me now.
Yes, I've had pleasure of testing quite a few of the Powercats and that, and
yeah,
it does take a little while to get your head around it.
Yes,
but once you do, especially when they turn in the corners, how flat they sit.
It is, yeah, very different.
Yeah. Some of the other aids you got on board there for your fishing is you got some great electronics.
Yeah, so I was quite lucky there to partner with Marine Deals, and so pretty much everything you see on the boat fit out wise I've been able to get from them, and that included, we went with the new Lawrence has just released a HDS Pro, so we've got a 16-inch HDS Pro on there, which has just been phenomenal, having that big screen there in the console. We also went with the C-Zone technology and switching, which has been great. We've got the Scan Strut phone holder, which is particularly helpful for me doing a little bit of social media content and up until now you'd have some USB ports, but inevitably you'd forget to bring out your cable or it get rusty. With this, I just slide it in, holds my phone, it's wireless charging, my phone's always at 100%, so that's great. We've got the Nava lighting all round, so we've got front deck lights, we've got rear lights, we've got under gunnel lights, we've got the big spotlight there on the bow. Obviously there's been a few people doing that now, but you just lose the glare of if you'd had it further back. And we've also got a 9-inch lower ants up the front, and so that's wide up, so I can be sitting up there on, standing up rather on the casting platform and actually seeing what's going on right at the front.
I see, Josh, you've got the Haswing electric motor on the bow there. Are you using it as much as you thought you would?
Yeah, I am, Grant. I was probably a little bit slow on the uptake on getting a trolling motor, but since I've got it and for what I do, working around the wash, and making casts top water, it's just phenomenal. I can actually track a plot line around an island and just be there casting.
Yeah, well, it's a fantastic rig, and I think if anybody's thinking about new boats and that, I suggest that they have a look at a catamaran. They're not for everybody, but they've got so many neat features that they're worth a sea trial anyway.
Yeah, I certainly think for people that are into their lure fishing, and it's becoming more and more of a thing, they're soft baiting, they're jigging, they're top water fishing, just having that extra internal capacity, having that casting platform and having that stability at rest, it's a real game changer. Yeah,
well, thanks for taking us out today and showing us through it, and I look forward to seeing the pictures of all those big fish.
Yeah, sounds good, Grant.